I'm Harmony Williams, and
show me your guns first. Check that sucker out!
I chose to do this, to do something for myself, because I believed I was worth it and my family was worth it, and the benefit that we would gain for the rest of our lives, just the happiness, the change that we'd get, and yeah, the choice was perfect. It was great. I think one of the biggest thing I got over or throughout the course of it is I just feel closer and more connected to God, a greater love and understanding of myself and His purpose for me. It really, by the shift in myself, it enabled me to be able to be more loving, more patient, more understanding, just show up better for my kids and for my family. I have more energy, just more peace, more happiness and balance. It's amazing the shift that I saw just when I was only working on me and not trying to change or make my kids or my husband be a certain way, but when I focused on myself, the shift that I saw in my kids, and you know, not like all the fighting went away all of a sudden, but I'm okay with it, you know, I'm good, and they're learning and growing and able to do those things and make those choices that are going to help them grow. I saw my confidence increase in volleyball, in sales, in business, just talking to people, in making decisions, owning my own power and even my marriage. And I don't know, those are kind of the big things that it really just helped balance me and bring a peace to my life.
Did you realize, Harm, that, I mean, because the body aspect was not a huge aspect for you. Harmony came in this and she looked amazing already, and yet you still shed like 8 pounds and how many inches? I don't even know. What did you shed?
Easy.
12 inches almost, okay? And so you got even way more lean and ripped. But the aspect you came into was for the mind. So how much do you feel like the mind really has to play into your life versus it being about the body?
Well, it is, I want to say 100%, you know, like it's everything, and it's
in ways that you didn't quite fathom.
That you hear all these little things, you know, attitudes, everything, and they're just like these little fly-by-night things, but when you really take in, you know, how much, even in sports, you know, we always heard your mental is so much, just it's all right here. I was a pitcher, you know, it's all right here, and your mental about your kids, about your husband, about everything, it makes all the difference in the world. That's what it's all about. I did experience a huge shift in my confidence even with volleyball, and I was always in a space where I just was playing with girls that were a foot taller than me, and they'd gone and played college ball, and they're really amazing, and I always felt like I'm not quite good enough, or I shouldn't win, or, you know, just in that space, and I never really did quite do that well the last couple of years. I've competed but never let myself break through it.
What happened when you let that thought go and shifted it?
Just the first tournament this year, I practiced once. It wasn't practice. It wasn't my body at all. I know that. I hadn't been practicing all winter. I didn't play at all. And I just showed up, and I had been doing the program for about 60 days, and I was just comfortable with myself and happy to be there. And before I even almost felt like they were like, didn't like me as a person, but I wasn't being me as a person either. And I just showed up and I was like, I'm having fun, we're gonna do great. We played and we did amazing, you know. In this last tournament I took 4th out of the open girls in a Queen of the Beach, and I was just having fun and connecting with the girls, and I wasn't worried about who's gonna think I'm not good enough, or if I beat them, or you know, they were mad because I beat them or whatever. I just was amazing and confident, and that was all mental.
And what you just touched on is what you used to do in your past identity, which was you held yourself and your power and your greatness and your amazing abilities back to allow other people to feel better so you felt accepted and loved. But did that ever really make you happy? You were never really happy. The constant thought process 99% of the time was, is somebody going to be upset with me? Am I going to do good enough? I'm not really good enough. And all this portrayal in the mind that created your life experience where you just weren't even experiencing life. Yeah. You were sitting on the sidelines. So you're a huge inspiration, I think, to a lot of people, in that when you show up for you and you go internal, how you show up for your family and your kids. Because I know that's been the biggest thing, I think, for you, is your relationships and your family life changing and shifting, and what you've been able to create in your life since you shifted your mind.
Yeah,
freaking awesome. Okay, well, give us a double gun show before we go. Harmony Williams, check her out. Thanks, baby.
Thanks.